bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Snowfall frozen, neck is frozen, catch me rolling, I'm the chosen. Snow is falling, Elfie's calling, check my list twice, most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They say, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the cheese, put the lights up, 'tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this, y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag? I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Question: did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone today? Hoping that everybody had a very, very Merry Christmas yesterday. Thank you for all of your wonderful messages on my Christmas video. Hope you all enjoyed that little poem. And yes, I do actually, a couple of you asked me, I do actually love writing poetry. I've been writing poetry for years. I just need to actually sit down and put all my poems together and finally put it into a book and hit publish. But yeah, I love writing poetry and I just wanted to give you something special for Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed it and found it inspirational. What did everyone do for Christmas? Did everybody drink their mulled wine, stuff their stomachs with food? I had a bit too much mulled wine yesterday, and then today I walked it all off in the Boxing Day sales. Oh, Lightside, you said you need the name of the song. It's called. Oh, wait, okay, let me find it. It's called. I think it's called Saint Nick. By who is it by now? It's one of these Epidemic Sound songs. Let me try and find it for you. Aha! Here it is. Okay, I've got it. Give me 1 sec and I'll post it in the chat. Right, so this is the link to the song. But it's called gosh, why is this taking so long to load? It is called. Okay, it's called Saint Nick by NBHD Nick. I have no idea how you say his name. So yeah, that's the song. But yeah, I decided to walk off my mulled wine hangover today and go to the sales. Did anybody else go to the Boxing Day sales? I went to Zara, and I don't know about you, but I don't shop for clothes at any other time other than the sales because it's such a ripoff. Like the dark brown pants that I'm wearing in the changing rooms, they were like £50 at full price, and I think they reduced it to like $29.99. I will never, ever shop full price for clothes. It's such a. I did fashion marketing, and I know how much fashion is just such a ripoff. Never shop for clothes at full price, people. Jessica, you opened presents, tried 3 new recipes, amazing, and spent time with family. Let's see. Church Nelly, peeling tinsel from your wig. What were you doing that you would you would require pulling tinsel from your wig? Did you actually have the stripper pole Christmas tree that we discussed with Rahini? Is that why? Oh, by the way, Rahini, if you're in here, you still need to email me about your prize. Church Nelly got hers. You need to get yours. Cinderella, I wouldn't go near a store today. I may shop online. Do you know what? I went literally to Oxford Street. This is Zara in Oxford Street. And it wasn't that bad. Like, I went into the changing room. It took like half an hour to get into the changing rooms. By the time I got out, the line was down. That side. I love Zara. And yes, Sal's my best friend. Yeah, I only actually recently started shopping at Zara. I've graduated from my Primark days now. We're doing Zara and River Island. We're moving up in the world, people, step by step. Maybe one day, in a day far away, we'll get that Versace handbag. All right. Well, I do wish everyone did enjoy your Christmas and sale, and you enjoy your sale shoppings. On to the news for today. Right. First and foremost, the King's speech. King's speech pulled in 10 million viewers, although this is BBC, and I don't know how much we trust the BBC anymore. But anywho, 10 million viewers, which isn't bad. Considering that in recent years the viewership for the monarch's Christmas message has declined. Granted, they showed it on a lot more channels this year, and I think they also showed it on YouTube for the first time. Apparently, it was leaked before it went onto YouTube. But yeah, I mean, there's 65 million people in the UK, so just under a sixth of people watched the King's speech. He did not mention Harry and Meghan, which is absolutely fine. I mean, the press seems to be making a huge deal out of that. Harry and Meghan are having fun in warm, sunny California for Christmas. Don't think they're too much bothered. But he mostly just spoke about togetherness and this is going off of what I heard about other people. From other people, because I didn't actually watch it. I could not be bothered. But it was all just very much about togetherness and doing everything for or him trying to make it seem like he was a king for all. And BBC article said that more channels than ever carried the 3 p.m. address. He paid tribute to the Queen and took opportunity to reflect on the cost of living crisis. I guess he didn't offer any solutions for those struggling to pay their bills, but he talked about it. They'll talk about it, but never any solutions. And in recent years, the message has been regularly been the most watched Christmas Day program, obviously. But that's because viewers have increasingly switched off other Christmas shows or just watch them later at a later time. The Queen's address was still seen by many as a live event to be watched at the time of transmission, even though it was actually pre-recorded. So people actually think that this is recorded live. Very strange. Of course it's pre-recorded. Anywho, that was that. Also, you had the walkabout at Sarrington. And the initial reports said that Andrew wasn't going to come. And yet here he is. Here he is with the whole down crew. What do you even say to this? They've made it very clear that Andrew is part of the fold again. And how strange it is that Andrew can be walking around, shaking hands with members of the public, and yet it's Ghislaine Maxwell locked up in a cell, which he should be. But him and others who were involved with Epstein should be, if not on trial, in jail as well. So it's really disgraceful. There were members of the public who were very happily shaking his hand. And it just goes to show that there's a lot of people that actually really don't care. Because there is nothing that would get me excited about meeting Andrew. Nothing. I feel that he really revealed who he was in that Channel 4 interview. They gave him a chance to defend himself. And some of the things that he was saying were just even further incriminating. So goodness knows what would have found out or what would have come out if he had actually been questioned by the FBI, by the authorities, so we could really get to the bottom of what was going on with him and Epstein. And the way that they are so happy to parade him to the public, but Harry and Meghan are the ones who have been exiled. It's really disgraceful. And people were camped out from the night before in the freezing cold. It's really cold at the moment, especially in the evenings. People were actually camped out to see Andrew and the others. Some of these people quite elderly. Actually, I think almost all of them quite elderly. People who are probably struggling to pay their bills, who will never know the fortune and privilege of these people, and you've camped out the whole night for people that really don't do anything for you other than I don't know what, give you a sense of what? I don't know. I don't get what it is that these people get from bowing at the feet of people who don't do anything for you. And you're there in the freezing cold. But yeah, the whole family went. One of the things that people noticed was a little 4-year-old Louis, who was wearing shorts and just nothing. He had like socks on, but nothing to cover his poor little legs from getting cold. And apparently, I didn't know about this, but there is meant to be some strange protocol that says that boys who are under the age of 8 in the aristo circles have to wear shorts. And I just find that wild because you've got the mum literally standing next to this boy with warm boots, a warm coat, hat, gloves, but the little boy is in shorts. I don't understand that. He was clearly quite frustrated at certain points, pulling Catherine away, even when she was talking to people in wheelchairs. So I think it's really unfair that they don't seem to be learning from the past and they continue to parade these kids around. And one of the things that I noticed straight away when the family was coming down the steps was the click, 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 click of the cameras. And that's what Harry used to talk about. Sorry, that's what Harry talked about a lot in the documentary. that he used to hate when he was a kid, that click, click, click of the cameras, and how that basically traumatized him, and how he still sometimes feels traumatized by that in certain environments. And they seem to be repeating the pattern with these children. What's quite worrying is that you've got William now, who's the next heir. Harry is now gone, so his spare is gone, and there's no one really anymore to be a shield for William. George is the heir after William, and so it's the spares are Louis and Charlotte, and so not only do they have to be spares for George, I wonder at a certain point will they also play spare for their father, because somebody has to take the heat from the press. And Harry's gone and Meghan is gone, so somebody has to take it. So who is it going to be? It's going to be Louis and Charlotte. When these children become teens, the press is going to do exactly what they did to Harry, and I don't see any signs of their parents trying to protect them. And so I hope before that something can happen that can prevent that from happening. And actually, it could be Uncle Harry and Auntie Meghan's actions against the tabloid press that might actually spare these children from that cycle continuing, because it's quite troubling to see consistently now the Cam kids seeming very irritated and unhappy at these events. And they would be, because they're kids. They don't need to be rolled out like this. They need to just be children. All right. That's all I really wanted to say. I'll take your comments. It'll just be a short one today, and I think Baron's on in a little bit anyway. Yeah, Karma's still doing its work. Remember Eamon Holmes? Mr. Throw Harry off a balcony. Well, he's still walking with the aid of crutches. So he's literally walking like somebody did throw him off a balcony. And this is after he said that Harry and Meghan should be thrown off of a balcony. Words are a spell, everyone. Words are a spell. Be careful with your words. Everything that they say about Harry and Meghan is slowly coming back to them. That particular incident, I know that there were several complaints that were launched to Ofcom, and that Ofcom were doing an investigation, but I don't know if the findings of that investigation were ever published, if that's still ongoing. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Thank you everyone for coming. I'll just go to your comments and then we will call it a day. Tiger Hub, you ate at Christmas. Well, then now's the time to do it. Church Nelly, 10 million, really? I'm suspicious too, Church Nelly. I'm suspicious too. I do feel like there's a lot of people who watch just to see if he would mention Harry and Meghan, or mention anything, just because of the fact that the Netflix documentary just came out. Cinderella, yeah, togetherness. He should start at home, for real. Yeah, Nini, a king for all except his son, daughter-in-law, and grandchildren. Yes, Mrs. Monty, he didn't offer any of his private billions. Of course he wouldn't. Yes, Miss P Talks, they said that Andrew was not going to be at the walkabout. And yet here he is, loudly and proudly flaunting himself around. So that's Andrew back in the fold then. Cinderella, it means that tabloids don't have a clue. They just make things up. That, and also I think sometimes they do leak them fake information. Because if people had known that he was coming before the walk, then I think there would have been more outrage. Yes, Nini, Pedro, but not a son who married his biracial wife. Absolute madness. Galloway girl, those people waiting outside the church need to seriously rethink their lives. Indeed. Yeah, Mad Will said, Andrew standing next to the priest. Well, the priest is probably a little bit funny himself, to be honest. We know how some of these priests be, not very godly. Lightside, you said they've all shown who they really are. Whatever downfall happens to that family at this point, it was done. Yeah. I mean, you can't. At this point, they've showed themselves. Yes, Miss P Talks. They were there. They were camping. They were waiting for their rock star, Andrew. Galloway girl. Sarah Vine writes such. Yes, the Fabs. Oh yeah, I even forgot that I had that. Did I have that? Oh yeah. I even forgot to read out the headline. Yeah. So basically, Sarah Vine, making sure that she gets those clicks. Thank you so much, Galloway girl. I completely even forgot. Making sure that she put Harry and Meghan's names in the headline. Harry and Meghan were conspicuous by their absence. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't conspicuous mean if you're deliberately trying to get attention? Is that right? So how can somebody be, if my definition of the word is correct, deliberately trying to get attention if they're not there? But it mattered not that they weren't there. Forget the Fab Four. We now have the Magnificent Seven. Oh, so now we're back to the Magnificent Seven. I thought the Magnificent Seven were meant to be Magnificent Sevening back, what was it initially when Harry and Meghan stepped down? So now we're back to the Magnificent Seven. I thought it was the Angelic Nine or the Roaring Six or the Elegant 11 or whatever it was. Now it's the Magnificent Seven. Wow. Sarah Vine is really just the most bitter of the bitter. Girlfriend needed to focus on her marriage, not Harry and Meghan. Yeah, Galloway girl. The royals need holy water. Kids indoor. That rule needs to be buried. It's too cold to wear shorts. By the way, did someone notice Prince Edwina and Ford PS are dressing like Harry and Meghan's first time together out during the church walk? No, didn't even see what they were wearing. Too distracted by Catherine's hat. Light side, I'll tell you this, Louis is going to be a handful. I mean, after what we saw at the Jubilee, and I don't blame the kid, mind you. I do not blame the children at all. I put nothing on the children, only on the adults. Mary Cat, what was the temperature? Well, it was cold. It was pretty cold. I mean, look at what people are wearing. They're wearing jackets, they've got gloves, they're wrapped in blankets. It was pretty cold. Definitely not the type of weather that you wear shorts in. Oh, Rahini, you need my address again. Okay, it's in the I'll post it in the chat. There you go, Rahini. Oh, thank you so much, Anna Boyd, for the super sticker. Legs. Isn't it weird to watch these people walk? I guess that is why most of the celebrities move to the US, because the royal family can't have anyone take up any stories other than them. Yeah. I mean, they're literally just coming out of their house. It's not even an event or anything particularly special. They're literally coming out of their big old, no, not the house. I think maybe it's the church, but they're going from the church to their big old house. Sonia, Andrew's part of the family. Do you think they're going to lock him in the basement? That's reserved for Harry and Meghan. I wouldn't. No, I don't expect them to lock them in a basement, but I would have expected that they just keep him in the background. No medical. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Yes, Mara, they're like caged humans, so exploitation of the media. Let them enjoy their role as puppets for the rest of their lives. It really is a sorry existence, which is weird because they probably think that their existence is absolutely magnificent. Better than those peasants who live on the outside. Adrian, I heard there were cheers for Mike Tyndall. I guess people who watch I'm a Celebrity. Apparently he was on a podcast the other day and he was mouthing off about Harry. One day we will know peace, people. One day we will know peace. Lottie, they said that Fergie was also there. I haven't actually seen any pictures of Fergie, even though they said that she was invited. Legs, thank you so much for the super chat. You said, so Andrew wasn't going to be there, and this is a lie. Is Tampon actually paying for his security, or is it the taxpayer? Oh, it's got to be the taxpayer. I don't think that's coming out of his private wealth. I think they're trying to make it seem in the media like it's the taxpayer. Sorry, like it's Charles, but it is the taxpayer. It's got to be the taxpayer. They never take money out of their own pockets. Why would they start now? Yes, Tony, the Fab Seven. Just like the Avengers. All right, guys. I think Baron's about to come up, so let's wrap it up and get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. Just wanted to give a quick update. And yeah, Baron's about to go live in 2, so let's wrap it up. Compton, Charles invited Andrew just in case someone wanted to throw more eggs. He made sure it wasn't him who's gonna get it. Probably. I light side. Yeah, the only way to get red is by inserting Meghan's name and Harry, but really Meghan's name. They weren't there, so why are you talking about them? Miss P talk. Sarah Vine needs to be taken down a peg, but her day will come. You think she would tone it down a peg after she said that she had a niggling feeling about Harry and Meghan's engagement, and then she ended up getting divorced. Even Michael Gove, the Michael Gove, did not want her. You think she'd be a bit more humble, but oh no. Chosen to be his. Who are the 7? Yeah. Who are the 7? Who are they? Who are these people? Alright, Joan, I saw the Magnificent 7. Those clowns aren't it. Oh, thank you so much, Rachel San. Yes, I did have a lovely Christmas. Thank you so much. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas too. Really, I wouldn't even camp out for Beyonce. No. I wouldn't camp out for Beyonce. All right, who's going to give us the last word of the day? Nightside Watch. We'll see more and more of Andrew as a plan. Well, I realized this after the funeral, when they had him take part in the vigil. Remember when they all stood in the Westminster Abbey around her coffin, and not one single person, not one member of the public, tried to go for Andrew. No one. I realized. Doctor, the crowd at Sarandon was much smaller than previous year. Oh yeah, it was a lot smaller. Kids who said, if I remember right, Fergie was invited to the luncheon, not church. Okay, maybe that's why she wasn't there. Galloway girl, Mike Tyndall came across as awful on I'm a Celebrity, two-faced and phony. Doesn't surprise me. All right, Rahini, I'm going to give you the last word of the day. Be safe while drinking, guys. Yes, especially to those of you in the UK, because the nurses are meant to be striking. And I think especially the days leading up to New Year's, a lot of people drinking, and more people likely to end up in A&E, and you may have to wait a long time to get assistance if you were to hurt yourself or drink too much. So please be careful. In fact, probably just abstain from drinking too much altogether if you're somebody that does. Oh, thank you so much, Janine Bestman, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. From Cali girl, Charles was handing out eating vouchers. I mean, it would have been a nice gesture, to be honest. All right, Valerie, I'll give you the last word of the day. Goodbye to you, and keep safe and well, everyone. Keep safe and well indeed. And if you haven't listened to it, go to the main videos tab and listen to the Christmas poem. And I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. I'm frozen, neck is frozen. Catch me rolling, I'm the chosen. Snow is falling, Elfie's calling. Check my list twice, most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the cheese, put the lights up, 'tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this, y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, but you gotta been that bad. I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Merry Christmas, everybody.